this is Sherry, and I want to show you a new mini that I just made. I'm going to get this glare out of the way. This is a French country type album, and I made it with Recollections Rooster Provincial, and I think it's a really cute paper, and I had so much fun making this book. So as you can see, we've got this front with the flowers, and I've got some chicken wire on here, and I have a fleur-de-lis that came from an old purse of mine, and I painted it with this wonderful stuff I found called Sophisticated Finishes, and you just paint it on and it dries quickly, and it just gives a really nice old bronze finish. The color is blackened bronze. Anyway, and I've got burlap wrapping the spine, and I've got tons of all kinds of ribbons. I've got vintage lace and vintage seam binding, all kinds of twine and jute. Let me pull these back and I'll show you. The spine is wrapped with some of these things, and then here's the back. Just got it wrapped around. I think I need to move some lights because I'm getting a lot of glare. Let me see if that helps. So, as you see in the background, all kinds of junk, and what it is, I'm actually showing you how my workstation looks when I finish a project. This is the reality of looking at different embellishments and going through all of my stuff to decide what to use, and is also an indication of the reality of how messy I can be. There's my tape. Okay, so if you can not be distracted by all of that, we'll go ahead and open the book and look at the rest of it. Okay, I know I'm a little close to everything. Let me try to stand up here and get out of the, get farther away from it. Okay, this book was made from lunch bags, and they're rather large ones. They're 6 inches wide, and I cut them to 9 inches tall. So the book is a little over that, maybe 6 1/4 by 9 1/2, something like that. I made it a little taller because I have tags sticking out of the top that I wanted room for. Okay, so I also made the cover from cardboard, and I wrapped it completely in kraft cardstock. And when you open the book, here's the inside cover, and I used let's see, which binding did I use? I used the hinge binding system by Kathy Orta Files. Okay, and so right here we have some small craft envelopes that I covered in the pattern paper, and have a little tie on here, and when you open it, it's actually four envelopes, so you can grab it like this and go down, and you have 4 places for 4 photo mats, and then when it's closed, if you pull it up, you have room for 2. I hope I'm showing that well enough. And then, of course, that ties back, and then behind it I've got, behind those envelopes, those craft envelopes, I have some tags I made from the collection. I love this one. I love this rooster. And I used 1 sheet of pattern paper that's not from this line, and I also used some green and some tan cardstock to add to kind of break up some of this, because there's a lot of designs and a lot of patterns in here. So when you flip open this flap, you've got the other side of the flap, which is a 6 by 9 piece, quite large, And here I put some other burlap, and that's just a pocket. And I have a little mini book I made here out of kraft, and I really aged it a lot. This is just a tag that came with the paper. It's just several sheets of kraft cardstock, so you could put full-size photos on here. And it just slips back in there. And and at the top I have a tag, and I have this in every bag. There are 6 bags, and I have some vintage buttons on all of them, and I just love these buttons. And at the bottom I have a journaling spot on all of them. I'm just going to set that aside for now. So on the second page, or on the back of the first, I have some decorations going on here, and a little tag stuck off in there. And this is ma chère, which I think means my dear or my darling. And over here we have the flat page. When you flip it open, you have this. And I have a place here to put to slip tags or photos down in, just like that. Or you can adhere your photos here. And of course, sorry about that, it has its own tag, the cute button. And then our third page, we have a pocket here. There's a pocket on the back of all the pages, because these are the lunch bags, and they have the pockets on them. And here's a tag I made using the collection, and I double matted it. Okay, and over here on this flap, here's your flap that we have on every page, and a tag on the inside. But on the flap, I attached 2 kraft envelopes from greeting card envelopes, and so there's decoration on the front, but there is a little place here with some Velcro, and when you flip this open, you also have 2 full-size mats. So it's a double mat on the front of the flap. When the flap opens, you have the inside of the flap, and then you have this entire page. And here is the tag in this envelope. This is one of my favorite buttons on this book. Okay, and as we flip the page on the back here, and I've got different kinds of little trim on all of these. On this pocket, I've got a tag in here from the collection. And on the right side, I have a place for tags or photos to fit into on that flap. And when you flip it open, we have this beautiful paper, and I love this one. And here's the tag inside that pocket. And of course, in the top of these bags, I'll show you in a minute, but there's a lot of room. You can add other items and lots of photos or mementos. So here's the back of the 4th page. We have our pocket and tag. And then here's our flap. Flips open. I've got a place for photos or tags here and a full page here. And then here's our tag, the terracotta and fleur-de-lis design on it. I love this vintage button too. I love vintage anything. And here's the back of the 5th page, and I put some more burlap. What's the word? I put more burlap here, and got a little tag, or actually a quite large tag here. And on the right, in this little corner, I made a place to put tags or photos. So here's the full flap. When you flip it open, we have this on the reverse and this page. And then in the top, here's our last large tag. The roosters all over it. It's so cute. This is so cute and so fun. I love all these colors. And this is, every book I make is my favorite book. And this is my latest book, so right now it's my very favorite. Lots of places for journaling. And this is the back of the last page, the 6th page, and there's our pocket with a tag, and I try to put tags in any pocket that I make. And on the back inside cover, I took 3 kraft envelopes and add a little button here and decorated all the front of this one. When you flip it open, it has a little Velcro here. You have actually 3 full-size envelopes. Now these are about, let me measure these. These are about 7 by 5. So apparently earlier I cut myself off. So these are 7 by 5, and so you have 3 photo mats here, then you have another one here. So there's a total of 4. And that closes this way, and I'm actually at the end of the video anyway. Sorry if I moved around too much. I'm just learning how to do this. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be uploading this book on my eBay, which I will have all the information at the bottom of this for you. Okay, thank you so much.